here in Waupaca between the Antigo Red Robins and the Waupaca Comets. I'm Brett McNamara, and you're listening to Zaleski Sports on YouTube. Games due to bad weather. But with that all being said, we have a great matchup for all of you here as the two coaches are exchanging the lineup cards between the umpires. Culligan Water specializes in all of your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water. Looks like they're ready to go here for the national anthem.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, all of you softball fans. On behalf of the School District of Waupaca, I would like to welcome you to Waupaca High School Antigo Red Robins. In just a few moments, I will be introducing the starting lineups for this afternoon's game. I will be starting with the visiting Red Robins, followed by the hometown Comets. Before we start today's game, I would like to remind sporting events. Attendance at interscholastic activities is a privilege, with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation and the expulsion of any person or persons from this event. So in other words, behave yourselves, root for your favorite team, and have fun. Now, the starting lineup. Starting off with the Antigo Red Robins. Jewel White at first base. Number 3, Tristan Arlen, catching. Number 2, Emma Beck, playing center field. Sydney Heinzen, playing first. Excuse me, playing third. Third. Number 27, Bailey Hine. Ava Cornelius, playing right field. The Red Robins are coached by Sandy Robrecht. And now, for your own Waupaca Comets. Catching. Playing second, that is. Playing second, number 2, Lily Chikie-Karan. Number 10, Caitlin. Number 8, Bailey Scott. Number 15, Mariah Meyer. And number 6, Savannah Flostead. The Comets are coached by Julie Goldman and Janet Flatter.
Welcome back to the softball matchup today between the Antigo Red Birds and the Waupaca Comets. For Waupaca to start is going to be number 1, Haley Bechard. Number 4. And leading off for Antigo is going to be number 12, Braylee Ackright. On deck as both teams looking to both pick up a win. Antigo sitting at 2-3 overall, and as their last couple games did get postponed, those being against Northland Pines and Rylander. They went 13-7 last year, where they lost their next game against Mosinee on Tuesday. On the other side for Waupaca, they are 0-2 overall. They just started their season a few days ago. To get back on track, as it looks like we are just underway here in Waupaca. as and here we go. Pitch low and away for a 1-0 count. So Beiersdorf finally gets the first strike of the day as the count evens up at 1-1 apiece. Ackright, a freshman, one of five freshmen on this Antigo roster. Here comes the 2-1 swing, and it'll get Antigo as they look to start off the game strong. So that one gets past the first baseman's glove. Weeks. And that is an attempted bunt, but it does go foul. So 0-1 now to Weeks. And wouldn't be surprised here if they decide to drop the bunt again. She doesn't, and that one will go outside. So 1-1 now to the infielder. Weeks. Here comes the 1-1 now. Swing. Just gets the end of it. It's going to be a tough play, and she's as back-to-back infield hits is very costly now for Waupaca. As Antigo looks to start off hot, and this looking to bring in runners early for Antigo. Here it comes. And that one's in there for a in scoring position for Antigo. So here comes the what a beautiful bunt there from Tristan Arlen, and now the bases are loaded with nobody out as the bunt just trickled, and it looks like there is a pinch runner coming in for Arlen. It'll be number 6, Evie Luck. But now batting is Emma Beck, who's got the bases wing. And that's going to get over the center fielder's head. One runner is in. Looks to be 2 runners are in. They're sending a 3rd runner. All 3 runners come across the plate. It's a stand-up triple. What a nice drive there from Beck, unloading the bases. And now coming early struggles here from Waupaca as they look to turn it around. Here comes the pitch. And that's up and away. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that's just going to miss the strike zone to 2-0 now. There's reach as time is called. As all the runners were ready to tag up, but ultimately they all did score. So now the 2-0 pitch here from Beiersdorf, 3rd. The count is now at 2, successful. So a 3-1 count now to Maya Burt. As on ball will get away from the catcher, but runner decides to stay at 3rd. So runners at the corners now for Antigo once again. As Sydney Heinzen look. Here's the pitch. That's it once again. So all batters have reached the plate so far, or has reached a base so far. So it's going to even the count up now at 1-1 apiece. With 2-1, excuse me. 2-0, 3-0. 0-2, excuse me. And that one's going to go behind the runner. And another run comes across easily for Antigo. That's Beck as Burt will head all over to 3rd base. So Emma Beck, the runner, or the batter that drived in 3 runs for Antigo, now scores to make them look to bring in that runner as well. As here's the pitch for, and that's outside. So 2-2 now to the 6th batter already for side. So that will move it to a full count. Early struggles here from Waupaca as they look to turn it around. Swing, and that's going to be up in the air. It's going to be caught by the shortstop, Haley Bichard. And Waupaca finally gets their first out of the ball game. Go is going to be Bailey Heinzen. Here it comes now. Swing, and that's going to be a base hit for Heinzen. So Bailey Heinzen gets a hold of that one, and that one will go right up just past second base. She advances to first, and now batting for Antigo is so 5-0 here in the top of the first, 1 away for Waupaca. Outside, 2-0 now. Here's the pitch from Emersdorf, and that's going to go over the right field reach. And that will go all the way to just before around the warning track area. Bailey Hines into third, as it looks like another pinch runner is coming in for Antigo. It's going to be number 4, Ava West. She replaces in position. Here's the pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Not a lot of strikes thrown here from Beiersdorf as she looks to turn that around. Here comes the 0-1. Ava West at second. Bailey Heinzen at third. And Cornelius looks to bring in both of them. Swing to the shortstop at second. So a ground out to the shortstop. Excuse me, as the runner was actually safe at first. So 1 away. So here's the pitch outside as the lineup flips over back to act. So Cornelius on first and West on second. 6 across already. Pitch outside. So 3-0 now to Ackright. Here's the pitch outside. So 3-0 now to Bree Ackright, who just picked up the RBI single. And that's outside there for ball 4. So bases loaded for the second time already here in the top of the first inning. As Beiersdorf looks to turn 2 to get out of the inning. Here comes the pitch outside. Second, and Ackright on first. Here comes, and that's just outside. So 2-0 is the count to Weeks. With 1 away, the top of the first inning. So 3-0. Is we to make this game 7-0 Antigo, as Weeks will walk all the way to first, and Waupaca will call time here. Downtown Waupaca. Koinonia means community. What does community mean to you? Treat yourself to a variety of local Waupaca vendors, all under one roof. At And now batting for Waupaca is Tristan Arlen, with the bases loaded and one. Gets that pitch in there for a strike. With the bases loaded. 7 across already. Here comes the pitch. Swing, and this game's still 7-0. So a great job there to get the second out of the top of the first. Is now batting for Antigo is going to be Emma Beck. Batting appearance as she swings and a miss there to make the count at 0-1. So Beck in her last at bat got it right over the center fielder's head. Comes the 0-1 and up and away. So count evens out at 1-1 as Beck looks to get more RBIs to her name. Runner decides to stay at third. Was thinking about going, but decided to hold up. As the count moves to 1-2 now already. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and foul. Just goes past the third base bag. As Beiersdorf looks to finally get out of it. Here it comes. Outside. So count evens out at 2-2. Few more RBIs. And that's just outside. The count will go to 3-2, making it full. Here comes swing, and it's gonna fall as Beck will bring in 3 more runners, and once again making this game hit double digits at 10-0 for a stand-up 3 RBI double for Emma Beck. She gets the RBI total to being called by Waupaca. And right now, it doesn't look like there's going to be a pitching change. Chris Hollenbeck is your trusted American family insurance agency in the greater Waupaca area. Their team Beck in downtown Waupaca. As Waupaca looks to turn it around here in second base, who's 2 for 2 with a double and a triple and 6 RBIs already. For Antigo is going to be Maya Burt with a runner in scoring position at second. And there's a swing. So Beck will score here to make it 11-0 as it's going to be a single and an error to move Burt to second base. As batting now is going to be Sydney Heinzen. Beiersdorf pitches that one and fouled off once again. So 0-2 now to Sydney Heinzen with the pitch. Swing and fouled. So all 3 pitches have been a foul ball towards the third baseline. As the count, here's the pitch. And outside as stay at second for now. Master of Sydney Heinzen, Bailey. There you go. This pitch is low and away now to make it 2-0 to Bailey Heinzen. So here comes the 0-2. As she definitely needs this final out to get out of the inning. With Maya Burt on second. As here will come the 2-2 pitch from Beiersdorf. For Bailey Heinzen, runners will be moving. It's going to be a tough play, and it is caught by the center fielder. As we head to the bottom of the first with Waupaca batting, as we're going to take a commercial break.
When it comes to propane, this is the best time of the year. Get your fill scheduled before the winter weather. Get you set and ready for your home needs, business needs, crop drying, and so much more. Don't get caught paying those late season prices for your propane this year. Just call L&L Propane at 800-924-5975. That's 800-924-5975 for the best propane price of the year.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs instilled in my Marine Corps service. Honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you.
And you'll have a check in as little as 30 minutes. Still owe money on your vehicle? No problem. We'll take
matchup between the Antigo Red Robins and the Waupaca Comets. If you're just joining us, with Haley Picard leading it away for the Comets. So Waupaca looking to get to that deficit. Off hitter Haley Picard. Here it comes. And that one's going to be popped up in the air. And no, it's fumbled by the catcher. So an error there for Antigo as an early base runner for Waupaca. So they definitely needed that to get going. As now batting Bouchard on first. So the ball was popped up in the air and dropped by the catcher. The catcher tried to catch her off guard, but couldn't complete the play. His count is sticking at first. Here's 1-2. By Chicky. So for Bethany Lewis. Here it comes. Outside. To make there's the full count. Excuse me, the 2-2 pitch. A swing and a miss by Chicky. Get the first out of the inning for Antigo and Bethany Lewis. And that one's just going to get past the second baseman's mitt. And that will be a single for A.J. Curran. For Waupaca is Caitlin Ryan. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss to make the count 0-1. Great things are happening at the Tomorrow River School District. Join the Falcon family. 0-2 now to the four-hitter Caitlin Ryan with a runner in scoring position and another runner on first with one away. Here comes the 0-2. Lewis decided to go to third instead of first and get the easy out. And that is definitely costly, as now the bases are loaded to Liberty Pankow. With the bases loaded and only one is outside, up and away to make the count 1-1. Here comes the pitch from Lewis. Swing and a miss. There's a nasty pitch there. Here it comes. And that one's fouled off. Bases loaded and one away. Here it comes now from Lewis. And that was in there for a strike. So two away now. And a big strikeout there for Antigo, as it will now be Savannah Foysted. The bases loaded and two away. Swing and a miss. It's dropped. And the first runner will come across for Waupaca. It's Haley Bouchard on the dropped pass ball, as Foysted will look to bring in, Bailey Scott will look to bring in a couple more runners. Two in scoring positions. That one was just in there. So 1-2 now to Bailey Scott, with Caitlin Ryan on second, as that one It's just outside to even the count up and run. And that one's just off the end of the bat. It's going to be a tough play. They do get the out, so one comes across here for Waupaca to cut into that lead a little bit, but it's still 11-1 Antigo. As we are
Variety of diamond engagement rings, wedding bands, bracelets, and so much more. From the moment you step into the store, the service creates an experience you can't find anywhere else. In addition to beautiful new pieces, Fletcher's Jewelers also provides cleaning, repair, and restoration services to keep your existing jewelry as shiny as ever. You can't beat the beautiful selection you'll find.
Becoming part of their family, being part of their traditions.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flat talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Hello and welcome back to this matchup between the Antigo Red Robins and the Waupaca Comets, as it is 11-1 as she looks to halt Antigo from scoring any more runs. So here it comes, and up and away to make it as that one also up and away to make the count 2-0 now. It will be just out of the reach of the second baseman's mitt as the runner will get on first, so an error there for Waupaca. And now batting is number 22, Ava Cornelius. Here's the pitch, and that one's in there for a strike. Here's the 0-1, and that one's going to be up and away. Comes the 1-1 pitch, and there for a strike. So 1-2 now to Ava Cornelius. Swing, and that one's gonna, what a catch there from the second baseman, Lily Chicky, as she makes an outstanding diving catch. After giving up an error in the last batter, she makes up for it and makes an amazing catch to get one away here for it. With a runner on first, that's Ava West. And she's going to be in there safely. So West gets the stolen base as the ball came in a little bit late to second base with the attempt. So 1-1 now to Ackright. Swing and popped up in the air. It's going to be a tough play for Bichard, but she does make it to get two away here, as it's going to be Weeks to bat now. With a runner in scoring position, that's West. Very nice pitch there from Pankow to get the count to 0-1 with two away. Not the same inning here compared to the first for Antigo, as they scored 11, coming mostly from Emma Beck the second. So a much better inning here or top of the second inning for Waupaca as they give up no runs and get all 3 outs very quickly. As we're going to head to the bottom of the second, saving our communities from unscrumptious contractors. We guarantee quality you can trust. As it will still be cut into that lead. They're only down by 10 now. As I wouldn't be surprised if they end up keeping in Pankow after a great inning. As leading off the inning for the Comets is going to be Callie Guyett, the lefty. That's going to be low and away. So a great eye there from Guyett. She looks to start off the inning strong with Guyett actually on deck. So apologies for that. So the count is 1-1. Now 1-2 to Mariah Myers. This finally settling in as that one is fouled off and away once again. So Myers making it a little bit of a tough battle here between her and Lewis. The count still at 1-2, nobody away. Here in the bottom of the second, as now batting is Callie Guyett. So here comes the pitch from Lewis, and that one's in there for a strike. Here it is, swing and a miss to make the count 0-2 now to the freshman Guyett. Ball just got through for a base hit, as now it'll be the leadoff hitter, Haley Bichard, the runner on first now. Here comes the pitch from Lewis, and it's outside for a ball, so just outside there. As Bichard looks to bring the runner home, and that one's also outside. To make the count at 2-0 now. Here it is, swing off the end of the bat, and the third out for Antigo to keep this game 11-1. Antigo, as we're going to head to the top of the third inning, and we're going to take a commercial break here on Zaleski Sports.
It's hard to choose a new school. It's about academics, but also so much more. What does it mean to be a Falcon? Let me show you around. It means contributing to our communities and considering our role in making the world a better place. Asking good questions so we can understand the complexities of the world around us. Creating positive relationships across our differences so that we can hear others and be heard. Solving problems as a team with both creativity and resilience. Figuring out who we are and identifying the small decisions we make every day to become who we want to be. So what do you think? Are you ready to fly?
Watch the game change, yeah.
Hello and welcome back to this matchup between the Antigo Red Robins and the Waupaca Comets, as pitching still is Liberty Pankow, who had an excellent outing last inning to keep this game at 11-1. So hopefully she can stay on that, as for all your propane needs in Waupaca, Watomo, Watoma, and Princeton, Fremont, and surrounding areas turned to L&L Propane, specializing in propane tanks, new installation, filling, repairs, moving tanks, and more. That's L&L Propane and Waupaca. As leading off for Antigo is going to be number 3, Tristan Arlen, with the number 4 hitter, Emma Beck, on deck, who has 6 RBIs and is 2 for 2 with a triple and a double. Here comes the 1-0, and that one's blown away. So 2-0 now to Tristan Arlen from Pankow. So we are here in the top of the 3rd inning, as that one's way outside the zone to make the count 3-0 to Arlen. As Liberty Pankow looks to get back on track. And that one's going to go outside. So a 4-pitch walk to the leadoff hitter, Arlen. As now comes the dangerous right-handed hitter, Emma Beck, who looks to stay on track by getting on base once again. So a runner on first, nobody away for the junior Emma Beck. It's Arlen on first. Here comes the pitch from Pankow, as that one's out just outside to make the count 1-0. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, and that's up and away to make it 2-0 now to Emma Beck. So all pitches so far for Pankow have all been balls. Here comes. That one just gets through the second baseman, almost a comebacker right to the pitcher Pankow, but just misses her glove. And that's going to be another base hit for Emma Beck. So she's 3-3 to start the game, as that will advance the runner Tristan Arlen to second with nobody away now. Runners on first and second for the 5th hitter, Maya Burt. So far no strikes have been thrown, as that one just goes foul. Barely missed, as it would have definitely scored a run, maybe even 2. But Burt's going to pick up her bat, and we're going to go all over again here. So 0-1 now to Burt. With runners on first and second, here comes the pitch, and finally Pankow gets a strike called. So 0-2 now to the number 5 hitter, Maya Burt, who's playing shortstop today. Here it comes, and that one's going to stay fair. Step on third, tries to go to first, as Burt will be safe, but Arlen will be out. So a good play there from the third baseman, A.J. Curran, to get the lead runner out at third. So runners will still stay at first and second, except it's going to be Emma Beck at second and Maya Burt at first. And that one's just going to get past the third baseman's glove. Runners decide to stay at third and second. So a single there from Sydney Heinzen, as her sister Bailey Heinzen will look to bring in some runners as the bases are loaded now with 1 away. So Antigo, after not bringing any across in the second inning, they look to do it here, as that one's in there for a strike. As Bailey Heinzen looks to bring in the runners. Here's the pitch, Swing and a miss to even the count up at 1-1 apiece. So here comes the 0-2 to Heinzen, and that one's outside. So one away here, top of the third inning. 11 came across in the first for Antigo, 0 in the second. So they look to change that here and get some more runs across. Here's the pitch, swing, that one's going to stay fair. They're going to go home, get the force out at 4, and no runs will be scored, and that will be the only out. So 2 away now is another smart play there from the third baseman, A.J. Curran, to get the force out. She got the force out earlier at third base with the lead runner at second. So no runs across still for Antigo, as batting now will be the 8-hitter, Bethany Lewis, who's pitching currently. So that one's up and away to bring the count to 1-0. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That one's low and away. Does hit the dirt, but controlled by the catcher. So here comes the 2-0 pitch with 2 away. And thought about swinging was Lewis, but decided not to go with it, as that one goes in there for a strike to get the first strike of the at-bat for Pankow. Here comes the 1-2. And that one's also in there for a strike. So a nice couple pitches there for Pankow, as she evens out the count at 2-2 apiece with 2 away here. Bases loaded. No runs across. This would be a very big out, as that one's going to be a tough play for the shortstop, Haley Bichard. She had a chance at 2, but couldn't get it done, as another run will come across for Antigo to make it 12-1. So definitely could have been an out for Waupaca, but they couldn't get it done. So the game will stick at bases loaded. With 2 gone. Here's a swing and just foul by number 22, Ava Cornelius. So bases are still loaded here in the top of the third inning. One just came across the plate. So the first run since the first inning for Antigo. So here comes the 0-1 from Pankow, and that's up and away. And that one is fouled off and away by Cornelius. As the count will move now to 0-2 with still 2 away for Waupaca and Pankow. Here comes, swing and a miss. What a pitch there from Pankow. She only gives up 1 run here in the top of the third inning. As we head to the bottom of the third, 12-1 Antigo. As we're going to take a commercial break here on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
In every department at Dahl Auto, you'll find people who've been in the industry for decades. Sales staff with a deep knowledge, not just of cars, but how to build relationships. A service team who always double checks each other's work. Dozens of people you may never meet who've been working for years to make buying and servicing a car feel fast and easy. In over 100 years at Dahl Auto, we've learned to value experience. After working with our team, you'll value our experience too. Dahl Auto, simple.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
As welcome back to the ball game as Waupaca's Lily Chicky just grounded out to the second baseman to get one away here for the Comets. As now batting is going to be number 21, Adrian Curran, who made a nice couple plays at the top of the third inning as that one swung and grounded out to the second baseman. So 2 pitches and 2 outs for Bethany Lewis is now 2 away now for number 10, Caitlin Ryan, who's batting in the 4 spot today.
Now to plate number 10, Caitlin Ryan.
And that one's fouled off by Ryan. Let's bring the count to 0-1. Here comes the pitch from Lewis. And that one's fouled off once again. So every single ball pitch from Lewis here in the bottom of the third has been made with contact by a batter of Waupaca. This count is at 0-2 now for Lewis. And that was a beautiful pitch, but just gets below the strike zone to bring the count at 1-2. So definitely could have been a strike 3 call if it was a little bit higher. But does go for a ball as that one's just outside the strike zone once again to even up the count at 2-2 apiece with 2 away here. 12-1 Antigo. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Lewis. In there for a strike 3 call looking. So 1-2-3 inning for Antigo as we head to the top of the 4th inning. 12-1. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with trusted, local, affordable service. So we head to the top of the 4th inning, and as it looks like it will still be pitching, it's going to be Liberty Pankhouse, who has pitched the last 2 innings for the Comets. As leading off for the Red Robins, it's going to be the leadoff hitter, Bree Ackright. As they look to add on to the lead, as they are currently up 12-1 in this one. They do have a chance to end it here in the top of the 4th if they do lead this game by 15 or more runs. So that pushes the run total for this inning they would need to 4. And on the other side, Waupaca needs to hold it to keep this game going on. As it looks like we're just about ready to go underway here in the top of the 4th. As up will come the leadoff hitter once again, Bree Ackright, the freshman. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. So here comes the pitch from Liberty Pankow, as that will be low and away. Make the count 1-0. As the sun has finally gone away, as there's a swing and a drive, and that one is caught by the left fielder. Looks to be number 12, Kaylee Guyett, making the play to get one away here in the top of the 4th inning. So a great job here so far from Liberty Pankow, who came into this game during the 2nd inning and has really shut down this Antigo's offense, who picked up 11 runs in the 1st inning. So that one's up and away to the second hitter in the lineup, Joel Weeks. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that one's up and away once again. So Paca's defense looks to be expecting a bunt here from Jewel Weeks, who did try to drop one in the 1st inning. Hasn't since, but wouldn't be surprised if she ends up doing it, as there's a swing and a pop-up. It's going to be a tough play, as that one's going to fall. So Weeks gets a little shallow base hit there for Antigo, as they get a runner here in the top of the 4th to bring up Tristan Arlen. Here comes the pitch, swing, and that one's gonna drop. As they have a chance at 2, they get the play. What a stretch there from Haley Bichard, the shortstop. As a great play there from Chicky, who made a diving catch about an inning ago to save a base hit. This time she couldn't do it, but she does get the lead runner to get 2 away here in the top of the 4th. So a great play there from the second baseman, Chicky, and the shortstop, Haley Bichard, who stretched out to make the play. As looks like we're going to see Savannah Floysted coming in to pinch run for, Evie Lucht coming in to pinch run for Arlen. As that one's outside for a ball. So 2 away now, top of the 4th. Lucht on first. And batting is Emma Beck, who is 3 for 3. And does actually have a chance for the cycle if she doesn't get one outside of the park. As that one will just get over the shortstop Bichard's head to pick up another single for Emma Beck. She is now 4 for 4. A triple, a double, and 2 singles, 6 RBIs. So a great job today here from Emma Beck. As batting now, as that one just goes foul. So that was Maya Burt. We got a hold of that one, but just goes outside the foul line to make it 0-1 now. So Pankow in a little bit of trouble here, but 2 away. So she looks to get out of this one with 1 runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch now to Burt. Swing and popped up, and it's going to be caught by the first baseman. That's Caitlin Ryan to get the 3rd out of the inning, as no runs come across for Antigo. So we're going to take another commercial break.
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That's where Midstate Technical College comes in. Got a passion for helping people? Maybe you like cars. Are you into science? Are you good with computers? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. Stop getting by and level up today.
The big thing for Farmers State Bank is we're a community-oriented bank. We support the community as much as we can. We support all different kinds of organizations, whether it's church organizations or youth organizations, arts organizations, sports, all those things. We help out where we can. The big thing for us is we want to show that we're part of the community and do whatever we can to help and give back. Our slogan is investing in you, and we pride ourselves on that.
Hello and welcome back to this matchup between the Antigo Red Robins and the Waupaca Comets. As Bethany Lewis is still on the mound for Antigo, as Pankow is batting, and that one's in there for a strike. So Pankow has just pitched the last 3 innings for the Comets. She's doing a fantastic job. Now, see if she can do it at the plate as well, as that one's fouled off to make the count 0-2 now. So Lewis has only given up 1 earned run. So great job here today from her. Here comes the 0-2, swing and popped up in the air. It's going to be a tough play, and that one's going to drop. So a great at-bat there from Liberty Pankow, who's batting in the 5th slot, as it just got over the the shortstop's head and right in front of the left fielder to get a base hit. So nobody away now, as we're going to see Bailey Scott look to get something going here for Waupaca. Here comes the pitch, swing and a miss from Scott. So here comes the 0-1 from Lewis, and Scott looked to try and lay a bunt down, but was unsuccessful with that one. So the count will stay at 1-1, or excuse me, go to 1-1 with Pankow at first. Here's the pitch, swing off the end of the bat. It's going to be a tough play to go for 2, but does go to second base to get the force out. Runner at first is safe. That was Scott, but Pankow will take the jog back to the dugout, as one will go away now for Waupaca. So runner at first still, as now batting is Mariah Myers, as that one is outside for a ball. Here's the 1-0 pitch, swing, and that one gets outside the field just behind the fence. As now I'll go to 0-2. And that one's low and away. So 1-2 now to Mariah Myers, with Scott still at first base. One away here. Swing and fouled off the end of the bat. No matter what your everyday life looks like, Fleet Farm has you covered. At the best prices guaranteed, auto, pet, bird, farm, snacks, Fleet Farm has everything you need, all at the lowest prices. So here comes the pitch from Lewis, and that one's outside to make the count 2-2. Here comes the pitch, swing and a miss. Another strikeout from Bethany Lewis. She's having a great day on the mound, as now batting for Waupaca is going to be the 8th hitter, Callie Guyett. And that one's in there for a strike.
Number 12, Kelly Guyette, plate for the Comets.
So 0-1 now to Guyett. Scott on first base and another swing and a miss. As Lewis looks to get out of another inning for Antigo. Swing and a miss 3 times in a row. Another strikeout for Bethany Lewis as we are going to head to the top of the 5th inning here on Zaleski Sports. As we're going to head to another commercial break.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Selling your car to Doll Auto is quick and easy. Bring your title and keys, and you'll have a check in as little as 30 minutes. Still owe money on your vehicle? No problem. We'll take care of it. Doll Auto. Simple.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Hello and welcome back to Waupaca as the Antigo Red Robins and Waupaca Comets are facing off here in this out-of-conference softball matchup. I'm Brett McNamara, and you're listening on Zaleski Sports on YouTube. As the Red Robins have a 12-1 lead as we head to the top of the 5th inning. What could be the last inning here in this one if Waupaca does not get past that 10-run mark. But leading off for the Red Robins is going to be Sydney Heinzen, with Pankhouse still pitching for the Comets. So here comes the pitch, and that one will hit the dirt early to make the count 1-0. As Antigo looks to add some more runs here in the top of the 5th. So that one's up and away. Let's make the count 2-0. Antigo's been hitting the ball really well today. Start off very early in the top of the 1st inning, bringing across 10. But the Comets pitching has really stepped up in the last few innings. That one gets in there for a strike. So here comes the 2-1, and that one's fouled off by Sydney Heinzen. Sydney, a senior, with her little sister on deck right now, Bailey, who is a freshman. So here comes the 2-2. Swing and popped up in the air. It's going to be a tough play for the catcher as she attempts to make a diving grab but couldn't get it in the glove. As Heinze will pick up the bat and try once again. Count being 2-2. So nobody gone yet for Antigo. Here it comes now from Pankow. And that one's going to go for a ball. So count goes to full for Bailey Heinzen, or excuse me, Sydney Heinzen. So here comes the full count pitch. Swing and a drive. And it is caught by the left fielder. It's number 12, Kaylee Guyett with the catch to get one away here in the top of the 5th inning. So now batting is Bailey Heinzen. On deck is Bethany Lewis, and in the hole is Ava Cornelius. If we get to Ava Cornelius. But here comes the pitch from Pankow. That one is outside for a ball. So Pankow has pitched the last 4 innings, has only given up 2 runs. She looks to continue that, as that one's blown away for another ball. She's really stepped up after the first inning. It's just been a really tough day at the plate, though, for Waupaca, only bringing 1 across. So here comes the 2-0 pitch, as that one will go foul. But defensively has really shown a couple moments. You know, there was the nice catch by Lily Chicky in the 3rd inning, a diving catch that saved a base hit. And a nice couple plays by the 3rd baseman, Bailey Scott. And that one, really got a hold of that one. That is Bailey Heinzen. As that ball will go all the way to the wall. And it'll be a stand-up triple for Bailey Heinzen, the freshman. And looking to bring her in now is going to be the pitcher, Bethany Lewis. So Bailey almost got that one out of here, but it was just short as it did roll up to the wall over the center fielder's head. And now Lewis has a chance to bring in another run for Antigo. That one's up and away to make the count 1-0. Lewis having an outstanding day pitching-wise, only giving up 1 run in the 5 innings she's pitched. So a great job today from Lewis. So that one is also up and away for another ball. Cornelius on deck for Antigo. Here comes swing, and that one's just going to be chopped. Tries to go home, but the runner is safe at home and first, and that's going to be an RBI single for the pitcher, Bethany Lewis, as Bailey Heinzen, who just got the stand-up triple, does come across the plate to make this game 13-1 here in the top of the 5th. As Ava West now has come into the plate for Ava Cornelius. So pinch hitter. It looks like Cornelius's day is done, as West gets her first batting appearance of the day with a runner on first. 2-0 is the count. Here's a swing. Back to the pitcher. Takes the easy out at first base to get 2 outs now here in the top of the 5th. And decided not to go 2. And now batting is going to be the leadoff hitter, Bree Ackright, who now has a runner in scoring position. Here it comes the pitch now from Pankow. And that one's in there for a strike. So Pankow needs to get back on track here after giving up 1 earned run already. Antigo looks to keep that going. The runner on second now. A chance to get getting some more runs across, but building up that lead for a chance to end it here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's a base hit there from the leadoff hitter, Ackright, as that's going to bring another run home. A sliding attempt does bring the run across as Ackright with a stand-up RBI double to make this game 14-1. As batting now is going to be Jewel Weeks with another runner in scoring position. So that was Bethany Lewis who just came across the plate. And what it's been all Antigo today here offensively. Swing and popped up. It's going to be a tough play for the shortstop Bichard, but she does make the catch to end this top of the 5th inning. 14-1 Antigo as we head to the bottom of the 5th where Waupaca needs to score at least 4 runs to keep this game going. Just a reminder, cast your own future at Waupaca Foundry, now hiring for a number of open positions with a great environment and the chance to work your way up the ladder and truly build your career. Cast your own future at jobs.waupacafoundry.com. So we're going to take a quick commercial break here on Zaleski Sports.
It's hard to choose a new school. It's about academics, but also so much more. What does it mean to be a Falcon? Let me show you around. It means contributing to our communities and considering our role in making the world a better place. Asking good questions so we can understand the complexities of the world around us. Creating positive relationships across our differences so that we can hear others and be heard. Solving problems as a team with both creativity and resilience. Figuring out who we are and identifying the small decisions we make every day to become who we want to be. So what do you think? Are you ready to fly?
Watch the game change, yeah.
Hello and welcome back to this matchup between Antigo and Waupaca. Antigo has a 14-1 lead here in the top of the 5th. Waupaca needs to score 4 runs to keep this game going. Otherwise, this game is over. As the count is now to 3-0 to AJ Curran. And that one's in there for a strike. So 3-1 now. To number 22. So it's not AJ Curran. As the count goes to full now, and that one is outside for a ball. So it started off 3-0 to number 22, but now goes around to a walk. So now Haley Bichard, nobody away, is up to the plate. As it was Savannah Foysted batting in that 9th slot, but was replaced. So now 1 runner on first. And that one's a swing and a miss, strike 2. So 0-2 now to the leadoff Haley Bichard. So here's the pitch from Lewis, and that one just goes fair. A wonky ball, and Bichard's going to be safe. So a great play there from Haley Bichard as the ball started off foul and then bounced back into the field of play. So now nobody gone. A runner on first and second. As now batting is going to be A.J. Curran. Here comes the pitch from Lewis, and that one is popped up in the air. Is going to be a tough play by the right fielder. She makes the catch. I know you couldn't see it on the stream, but a great job there from the right fielder, Ava Cornelius, to make the grab. And now one away for Antigo. As now up to the plate is the 4-hole hitter, Emily Beiersdorf, who grounds out to the shortstop as they get the force out at third to get 2 away now for Waupaca. So 2 quick outs here for Antigo, as now it could be down to the 4-hole hitter, number 10, Caitlin Ryan, with 1 runner in scoring position and another one on first. So Ryan takes the ball there. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, and that one's in there for a strike. So the count is even now at 1 apiece with 2 gone here. 14-1 here in the top of the 5th. Once again, if Waupaca does not score 4 runs, this game is over. This is all down to Ryan, and that will do it. Antigo picks up the win. 14-1 here in Waupaca. As it started from the beginning, Antigo scored 10 in the first inning. New pitcher came in for Waupaca and only gave up 4 earned runs. But Waupaca couldn't get the bats going as they dropped this one to go to 0-3 overall. As we're going to see Antigo go to 3-3 overall, as they will play Mosinee on Tuesday, and Waupaca will play on Monday against Little Chute.
If you leave something really nice, because we probably won't be able to find you to return it. Please drive carefully wherever you're
Now, heading to the post-game show, brought to you by Waupaca Foundry. For a job that will ignite your career, apply today at jobs@waupacafoundry.com. That's jobs@waupacafoundry.com. I'm Brett McNamara. You're listening on Zaleski Sports. Stay tuned for the post-game show.
The mission at Waupaca Foundry is to provide all of the world with our great quality castings.
I think it'd be kind of hard to find this sort of environment working anywhere else. It's a little bit different than your typical factory setting.
People think that we just pour, we pour a few castings, but like here at Plant 1, we're pouring, 3,000 different parts.
There's a lot to learn, and it's fascinating. When I started and I said that to myself, well, if I don't give it a shot and I don't try out the job, I won't know if I actually like it.
I stay because of my team leader and my foreman and the guys I work with over there. They make it fun and easy and interesting. They're willing to help. They're willing to teach. They give you the time to learn.
As long as you show up, you do what you're supposed to, you ask questions, and you put your best foot forward, you literally can keep moving up.
One of the things that has kept me tied to the company is how do you feel? When you go every day to a place, you belong to a team, you have opportunity for growth, that's the right place to be.
I take pride in everything I do. And if you take pride in what you do, you're always going to do your best at it.
Waupaca's opened up a lot of opportunities for me. They've sent me to school. I have an associate's degree now. I take pride in that because I've always wanted to have a college degree, and now I have it, and Waupaca supplied that to me.
I feel like we are an elite team that keeps this place running in Melton Iron, and I like to feel part of something bigger.
I enjoy working with everybody. I love being up here in Wisconsin.
It's like a brotherhood. Everyone knows everyone. Everyone's looking out for everyone.
The people that make up Waupaca Foundry are just really genuine, hard-working people.
I take pride in everything I do. And if you take pride in what you do, you're always going to do your best at it.
We build a good sense of camaraderie with our teams, so it just allows for a more well-rounded and healthy work environment.
It's not just a job, it's a career.
What our differentiator is, Waupaca is a company, first it has a welcoming culture. So no matter what your background is, if you are coming, willing to do your job and contribute to the company growth and also growth yourself, you will find the right place.
We make products that help people. I don't ever want to have to worry that you get in your vehicle and you go home and something breaks or fails because we didn't do something right on our process. It all matters.
Waupaca Foundry, it's one of the largest iron foundries in the world, and it's right here in Waupaca, and I love that.
Hello and welcome back to Zaleski Sports. I'm Brett McNamara, and in the highlight house today we have Emma Beck. So Emma, my first question to you was, what was the thought process coming up to the plate today? You went 4 for 4, had 2 singles, a triple, a double, and 6 RBIs.
I struggle with holding back, so I just had to hold back on the ball a little bit. So that was my mentality.
For sure, yeah, you did a great job today. You know, every single at bat you got a hold of it, so great job there. And then my last question for you, so what helps you get ready for games to have like a great performance like this?
I kind of get in my own mindset, and I think I want to be better and I want to do better, so then I put it all out on the field.
That makes sense for sure. All right, so I'm Brett McNamara, so I'm going to hand this to you.
All right, we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. I'm Emma Beck, and I'm in the house. Thank you. Absolutely.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. All right, once again, I'm Brett McNamara. You're listening to Zaleski Sports on YouTube, and thank you for joining us here today.